All right, hey guys, welcome back here. It's been a while since we've done a mailbag type segment like this. We got a question that came to us and said, Doc, nutrition is so complex and it's so difficult. Everyone's telling me something. Everyone's got a quick fix for something. My MD, my DC, my PT, my DO. Are there any other acronyms I can throw out there? My massage person, right? Everyone's telling me, eat this way, eat that way, do paleo, do keto, do Whole30, do sugar busters, do all these plans. Do they work? I want to lose weight. I want to get healthy. Nutrition seems to be the one thing that we can control in our lives that has the biggest impact. And they're right in that sense. We can control it. But guys, here's the ticket. Understanding nutrition is not cookie cutter. Everybody is unique and you have to know how to look. The majority of doctors that are out there in any field know a little bit about diet. That's what you eat. Now you think of diet, nutrients, macronutrients, micronutrients. What does that mean? Macro, protein, carbs, fats, the big three. That's all there is in the food group world. There's only three. Then you have your micronutrients. Now you're getting into all your vitamins, your minerals, and things of that nature. So you look at that and you say, okay, that's the diet part. But the legal definition of nutrition goes well beyond diet. It's the diet that you consume, the foods you eat, right? That's the tip of the iceberg. But then what's below the water, the big chunk of ice that sunk the Titanic, that's a different animal. The first one is digestion. Can you digest the food you put in? Does your body have the ability to break that food down adequately? Look, here's the deal. You swallow a nickel, guess what's coming out the other end in about 12 and a half hours? A nickel. That's how it works. We don't have the enzymes to break a nickel down. So you have to look at that and say, well, gosh, what happens if we don't have the ability to break down fat? Or we lose the ability to break down protein? Then how do those diets now affect me? How does anyone know if we lose that ability? How would you ever tell? What's the test that they run, right? Because they don't have one. As nice as I can say it, they don't have one. So we go through this and we look at nutrition and we hear, eat paleo, eat keto, eat all these things. But how do you monitor those successes? Oh, I lost weight. All right, don't eat, you'll lose weight. Eat paper, you'll lose weight. Chew on rocks, you're going to lose weight. All right, but that's not healthy, right? That's looking at it from diet only. So let's go through the legal definition of nutrition. What is it really? It's the diet you consume. That's number one. It's how your body then digests that diet. That means rips it apart into tiny little pieces so it can then get absorbed, which is step 3. You absorb the nutrition out of the gut across the gut wall. Now, once it's inside and the liver's taking a shot at cleaning it up and packaging it to ship out, it then has to get there. So you have to somehow transport those nutrients to your cell. And the cell's sitting there waiting for the food. Now the cell gets the food, it gets there, but now the cell's got to pull it in. And once it pulls it in and it eats it, and it burns and it uses it, it generates a waste. It's got to kick that waste out into the extracellular fluid that the cell's floating around in. And now you have to get that out of the body. How do you eliminate things, right? Your bowel, but that doesn't get rid of stuff that's in the body. It only gets rid of stuff you didn't use to begin with. It never got in. That's all the waste product. Kidneys and urine dump stuff out that got inside, and if they can't handle it, lungs, skin, sinuses, and lymph will. That's nutrition. So the legal definition, diet, digestion, what you then absorb of what you digested, how you transport it to the cell, how the cell absorbs it and utilizes it, generates a waste, and you kick it out. Okay, but when I look at all these diet things, and I see all the stuff we're pushing for weight loss and healthcare, and no one talks about this. They talk about eat better, eat raw, eat whole, eat organic, eat this, eat that, and so on. Okay, so you're describing to me the tip of the iceberg. But what are you going to do about the other 90% of it that's below the water? And what if my problem is not in the tip? What if I eat perfect? I eat the perfect diet. I eat everything right, and I still have health problems. Then once I tell you, oh, nutrition is not your problem, not so fast. Not so fast. Maybe the problem lies in one of the other pieces. How would you ever know? What would you do to tell? Here's how it works. You run an integrated urinalysis panel, all right? It's a multi-step panel. It's looking at 24 or 5 different things that actually tell you when you put food in, can your body use it? Are you throwing away the cookies and the breads and crumbs that you're bringing in? Are you eating a perfect healthy diet? You're a vegan. You're eating like a rabbit, but is your body utilizing it? Are you protein deficient? Are you fat deficient? Are you generating an adrenal stress that you would never even know unless you had a test to prove it? That's what an IUP does. Guys, it is the gold standard in nutrition. It is the test that tells you this is how your body's struggling, this is where you're paying your bills, and where you're skipping them. And when you know that, now you know what the body's doing to stay alive and healthy. It's an amazing test. It's a phenomenal thing, and it's cutting edge. That's what we run. I do it on every single patient that walks through my door because I'm tired of guessing. It doesn't do any good to guess. Well, Mrs. Smith, I think this is what's wrong with you. How about knowing? Right? A good friend of mine always says, to see is to know, to not see is to guess. Then know. Run a laboratory test that's been around for hundreds of years and validated time and time and time again through millions of patients. And realize that, wow, the body does tell you what you can do. This is what happens when you don't digest your food. Here's where the body gets stressed. You produce waste, you produce toxins, you produce problems that overwhelm the system. It can't heal, it can't repair, it can't get what it needs. And it's going to stress your autonomic nervous system, fight or flight, and it's going to stress your endocrine system, hormones, thyroid problems, adrenal problems, female hormonal issues, male hormonal issues. All these things show up when these systems get pushed too hard. It's really that simple. It's just you got to know what to do in order to do it. Right? A good friend of mine and a mentor of mine always said, you don't always have what you think you have. Maybe that's it, right? We see autoimmune disorders everywhere. Now we're seeing learning disabilities in children and autism and Alzheimer's, and all these things are going up, 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 up. Maybe we're barking up the wrong tree. Maybe it's not, hey, we got to change our diet completely. I'm not saying not to do that. Sugars and all that are problems. But there's more to it than this. Understand what's in front of you. If you understand what's in front of you, then you understand how to solve the riddles that nature put in front of you. And once you know how to solve the riddles, that's how you make the miracles happen. Right? I always in my radio show every week, I say, guys, if you don't expect a miracle, they tend not to happen. Right? But to expect a miracle, you got to know who to go to see. And you got to know what to do. That's what I do. I'm Dr. Sean, the Robin Hood of Healthcare. I hope this guys helps you. And I hope that was a great video for you in understanding why nutrition is an amazing thing as long as you know what to do. Bye-bye.